Georgia's Attorney General Sam Olin says someone is using Georgia State University students to request information that could help a terror attack on local police officers. Channel 2's John Bachman looked into what those students were asking for.
This all stems from a program which sends local officers abroad to learn from international officers, including Israelis, about fighting terrorism. Recently, a group of students at Georgia State submitted a radical request for officers' names, what they were learning, and where they were training. Information the state attorney general said was not only sensitive, but could be deadly. Passionate protests against the invasion of Iraq. Marching in this recent Midtown Atlanta parade is a Georgia State student who prompted swift action inside the Capitol. A new law, state leaders say, protects police officers from terrorists.
I'm not a terrorist. I'm a student that is concerned about programs at my community.
Tim Dalton is a leader with Georgia State's Progressive Student Alliance. Recently, he and others filed formal requests for information on the Georgia International Law Enforcement Exchange. Local officers learning counterterrorism tactics from international officers, including Israelis. The student group wanted the names of officers, where they were training, and what they were learning. Why do that?
We want to know the nature of the program because we want to be able to say whether it should be on our campus or not.
But Georgia Attorney General Sam Olin says what the group is asking goes beyond basic knowledge of the program and poses a security threat.
Students have the right to expression. They've got the rights under the First Amendment like everyone else. But when you're specifically asking for data that explicitly can harm law enforcement, that no longer is naive or innocent.
The Attorney General suggests someone is using the Georgia State students.
Who do you think is then prompting these students to make these requests?
Yeah, I'm not going to speculate.
But you think it's somebody bigger?
Oh, absolutely. You know, students don't wake up one morning and say, I wonder where the Dunwoody police officers receiving training in Israel on terrorism. I wonder where the bus starts from and goes to. I don't think that's something a student comes up with.
What this is a very narrowly defined bill to protect records of personnel, blueprints, plans. It also protects the identities and, like home addresses and things like that of law enforcement officers who've received specialized training.
Representative Tom Taylor helped get the bill passed in a hurry. Both he and the Attorney General say the narrow scope of the bill does not hide most information. Just the details they say could lead to danger.
We couldn't have been more narrow. In fact, we literally went to the lawyer who represents the Georgia Press Association to assist us on the language. The language in the bill is his language.
It makes the government less transparent, and it prevents information from going to the population, and it prevents our ability to be concerned, critically thinking citizens.
Also part of this program exchange, our officers teach international officers about civil rights and how to deal with protesters. We should also disclose that Cox Enterprises, the parent company of WSB, is a sponsor of the Gilley program.